Fight man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, Kenny Porter came out and said Bud did not want the fight. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Team Porter all over the place, but Sean and Kenny are two different people. Okay, check out the Boxing News playlist and the welterweight playlist. Let's get it popping. Still long, but let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love and support. Let's get some audio going. Let's get some audio. Okay.
Next for Sean, I know the Terence Crawford battle was spoken about a few months ago. Was that ever close at all, or was that just more talk than anything?
Well, it never got any further than, we on multiple occasions, myself, Sean, had conversations. And with our advisor, we've had conversations that we wanted to fight. It never got any further than going to Bob Arum's office and saying, hey, Bob, we're here to make the fight. And Bob talked to us and he said, well, I'm not going to make an offer today. And I said, well, can you give me a ballpark of the offer? What direction are we going here? And he said, well, we're not going to make an offer today. And then it just ended. They never pursued it. And now I hear that Sean is no longer the mandatory. He's been dropped from the number one spot. Someone else is in the number one spot now. And no matter how you look at it, you don't need to take my opinion on it. If it was a mandatory situation, if it was a situation where we should have been in a position to fight the guy, and we told the guy we wanted to fight him, we told his promoter face to face we wanted to fight him. Why didn't they make the fight? They don't want the fight. There's no way around that. They just don't want the fight. And as far as we're concerned, we can't try to make you fight us. You don't want to fight us. Sean's getting ready now. He's training. And we should be, in the ring, back in the ring in the next 8 to 10 weeks.
All right, you heard Kenny Porter say that simply Bob and Bud didn't want the fight. Let's talk about it. Share the video. And I actually heard similar stuff, okay? Because they couldn't put the fight on pay-per-view, or they couldn't put the fight on pay-per-view. So they didn't want. I heard Sean, I can't remember the number, okay? I can't really remember them. I heard maybe 7. He wanted $7 or $8 million. I can't really remember the number. He wanted like $7, $8 million or something like that. It was some astronomically high number. I said it before. And Bob Arum and them didn't think they could put it on pay-per-view. They can't do things that Al can do because Al got a system of how you get guys paid on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view doesn't matter. I said how that worked as well too. So it's just to the point where, it's some holes in the story. I mean, I could point them out. One is simply that why didn't Al Heyman make an offer? Why didn't you push for purse bid? Apparently, they said you couldn't go for a purse bid. So I'm probably thinking Bob Arum held that belt up. That's what I think. I think Bob Arum held that belt up. And I think that Bob Arum didn't let them become the mandatory. WBO what Bob ordered. So, I mean, it is what it is. Seemed like Sean really wanted to fight. And I heard they really had issues with the financials because they didn't think they could put that fight on pay-per-view. That's what I heard. But I also heard that it was some contradiction to that story that, they was willing to give Sean. Remember, Bob Arum said he said $1 million. He said it publicly. So for Kenny to say it didn't really make it past, him saying he won, but publicly he said $1 million. That's a fact. Publicly he said $1 million, right? Then I heard that they was trying to give Sean wanted 3. They was trying to give Sean 2, maybe 2.25, maybe 2.5, and Sean wanted the whole 3. So I heard a lot of different things about this that's contradiction to what he's saying, but I'm not saying it's true. It's what I heard. And I heard that he was pretty much at the center of most of this. So, for the most part, I also heard that, can't say that, I gotta remember. But it is what it is, Sean Porter gonna fight somebody else, and, I don't know if Al really didn't want to let that happen, but that's what Sean said. Sean said, so I don't know, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is. This is boxing, I heard they wanted 3 minimum, and they couldn't come up to 3. And Bob Arum was cheap, we know that. But my whole thing as well was the whole in the story is that Bob don't run Top Rank. Why he wasn't talking to his stepson, Todd the Buff? Todd wouldn't run that, So Todd's the one that actually run the operation scheme. Can't get down like me, lost. Bob is just a mouthpiece. He's just, Todd the Buff run the show. Todd the Buff run the show, so why didn't he talk to Todd? Maybe he didn't know that. Sorry, maybe he didn't know that. I don't know. For the most part, Todd the Buff run the show. So, like I said, they got to make themselves look good if it's true what I'm saying, and then Bud got to make himself look good if it's true over there. But like I said, Bernie said F Sean Porter. Exactly what he said on live. So I don't know. I don't know the truth. I'm just telling y'all what I heard. So I don't know what's going on. So we gotta take Kenny word for Kenny word. Terence hasn't really came out and said nothing. So can't say nothing about Terence. So Terence ain't really been talking like that. They had the Pacquiao fight and proof of funds didn't come. Fact. So, if they can't make Sean Porter and Terence Crawford, for whatever reason it may be, they're not going to make Errol Split. Sean Porter, what is Sean Porter? Sean Porter is how old? Hold on. What is Sean Porter to Al Heyman, honestly? Sean Porter, 33 years old, be 34 this year. What the fuck is Sean Porter to him? Why not cash out Sean Porter? Seriously, why not cash out for Sean Porter? That's my thing about it. Why not cash out for Sean? I'm gonna send this shit to Bernie right now. Let me see. Man, Mason upstairs having a freaking ball. Mason's upstairs. Hold on. Shout out to Boxer Social for an interview. I just had that interview on my screen. Hey. Oh, what happened to that interview that quick? Hold on. Here we go. So I'm gonna send this to him. It's funny how you do things on the internet. Let me see. Jesus. So I don't know if I can. This is totally different from. I'm trying to get the link. So let me see if I can find it. It's wild. Yeah, just went to the. I'm sending this shit to him right now. See if I can. I'm so not used to using the computer for social media things, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't know the truth, so it is what it is. I'm not married to none of these dudes, so for the most part, if Bob don't want to give him Sean Porter, it got to be that he think he do Sean Porter works to Earl and people push for the fight. If Terence don't want it, that means they don't want to risk. They don't want to risk, a payday on Sean Porter, fighting Sean Porter for cheap, and then, fighting, and then using the Bud fight, and, even with a rematch clause, Earl fight still may not happen, but mean, it is what it is. Excuse me. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all my social media link subscription. Facebook group link there as well too. If you need to reach out, if you want to have a business, you want to advertise your business on the channel, video request, chop it up. My link's there. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate is share the video. Appreciate the love and support. One time for one time. Peace.